Solutions on how to stay focused during the beginning stages of recovery from addiction. Check it out. All right. Ryan here, alcohol free, addiction, over 18 months from alcohol and addiction. So, what did I do? Well, after many different times of trying to do the process, here's what I did that finally got me to seal the deal. All right. So, after 20 to 30 day treatment, I committed myself to a 1 year program. Now, listen, you're either about it or you're not. The bottom line is, what I did is I found myself in an IOP program. Now, I would go to class Monday through Friday, early in the morning, from 6:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Now, after that, what I would do is I would go to a 12 o'clock meeting, lunch, bunch, whatever it may be, depending on where you're from. If you can't do it in person, you can always do it online. That just kept me in the flow of doing the next best thing. Now, after that meeting, I committed myself to going and getting a free gym membership, which a lot of these places will offer if you're in recovery. So I went to the YMCA for about 45 minutes to an hour. Now, I'd work out for 45 minutes to an hour. Now, I'd swim, work out, kept it basic. Keep yourself in routine. Keep yourself in shape. You don't have to go crazy. It's just enough to keep you going. What do I do after that? Self-care. Now, I go home, shower, eat, everything else. I would go to work. Now, be careful on how you work, y'all. You got a lot going on right now. You're very vulnerable. It's easy to get overwhelmed. So, as an executive chef, I decided to work as a kitchen worker because right now I need to work by myself and get myself back acclimated to what I need to do. But that money could be the root of all evil too. So be careful. And that position could be the root of all evil too. So I had to humble myself. That's what I did. I know people. Anyways, that's what I did as suggested, and it seemed to work. So now, not only am I going to class, I'm going to meetings, I'm branching out, communicating, networking, keep myself physically in shape. I'm going to work. Now I'm being a responsible, productive citizen. All right. So now that's good until you get your days off. So what did I find myself doing during my days off? Well, it's not hard. Where I was at, Lexington, Kentucky, they have meetings all the time. And a lot of these meeting halls will open early in the morning and stay open till, late evening. It's a great place to go because a lot of people go there to do their step work. Sometimes they just need to get a break and sitting down in a clean environment. Hey, a lot of times you just find people showing up, sitting outside, just socialism, because they got nowhere to go neither. They just figured, hey, if I sit here, it's going to keep me out of trouble. Maybe I'll meet somebody like you, like they met me, right? Feel me? All right. That's what I did. So basically, everything I said I was never going to do, I did. 28 to 30 day rehab, committed to 60 to 90 day IOP, inpatient or outpatient, still program. And then you find yourself in routine. Commit yourself to a gym. Look, I was way overweight. I'm like 174 right now, 5'11", and I'm 44. I'm doing great. Now, that's just where I'm comfortable at. Find your comfortability, right? And another thing is people, places, and things is a real thing. Obviously, you can't go hang out at those old spots because what's going to happen? You're going to relapse. It's just a matter of time. Now, what I've also learned is don't exert yourself from exhaustion. Now, here's the thing. When I first got sober, I thought, oh, I feel great. I'm going to go help everybody. Well, it's called passion fatigue because guess what? 9.8 out of 10 of the people I try to help, they didn't want recovery. They wanted everything that I offered them. Free cigarettes, free meals, bus passes, educational jobs, whatever it may be, right? So, not saying it's a bad thing, but listen. When people come to you, regardless if you like them or not, and they ask for your help in addiction or just anything in life, put your bullshit aside, help them, but let them know that this relationship is where it stands, right? So always be aware of protecting your surroundings, always make sure you're safe. Communication is the key. Anytime you go anywhere and do anything, the one thing that we lacked before in the past, including myself, was communication. If I had a good moment, I overshared. Or I didn't share. If I had a bad moment, I overshared or I didn't share. So you just got to find a balance. Communicating is the key because when we think we can deal with problems on our own, it's not a good thing. Listen, that's why they call it helplines. Reach out to your brothers. When you go to these meetings, brothers or sisters or whatever, get those pamphlets. They pass them around for a reason, and that's to keep you in contact. They're very important, okay? Now, we know what goes on in those meetings and we can't share, and that's fine. That's why we call it an anonymous program. Anyways, the best part for me was just getting out of my comfort zone, putting those to the test and working it. And guess what? The 28th of each month, I'm another month sober and clean. May 28th, 2024. That's my sober date. Here's my coin. It's my 1 year. That's what I got. Now you say, oh, it's just a coin. No, here's the thing. Another thing when you get sober, okay? Why do we go to meetings? It's for the new guy. If it's not for us, it's for the new guy, but it actually works for both. And here's why. When you get that information, the best way to pay it back is to pay it forward. It's not for money gain or political things. What you do, if you do it the right way, by saying thank you to the person that helped you, help is helping the next guy. And like I said, you don't have to like the person, but somebody comes and asks you for help, as long as you stand your ground and you put that down and say, this is what I'm willing to do to help you, but you got to respect me along the way. That moment that person's making you feel like you shouldn't feel, you walk away. And that's only save your peace of mind. And that's okay. Because really, at the end of the day, it's a selfish program. Okay, do you get it? Because when I'm helping you, I'm helping myself help you along the way. And that's okay. We didn't get here because we were angels or whatever. We came here for a reason. And it's because whatever we were doing before wasn't working. You'll figure it out. But listen, just remember, they're going to give you a book. Okay? Read that book. What that book says, work with that book. Now, everybody's going to come up to you and say, this is what I did to stay sober. Listen, take it with a grain of salt. It either works or it doesn't. But don't be rude about it. And if you feel like somebody's wasting your time, just be like, look, I understand what you're trying to say, but before you waste your time and mine, I feel like I just want to go talk to someone else. That's where a sponsor comes in. Sponsors or somebody that's going to make you feel comfortable. Find somebody in a room that has what you want. You're going to see it. Okay, don't judge them on their clothes or car. Judge them on their experience. Okay? And listen, that sponsor is not there to be your friend. That sponsor is there to be hard on you, because that's what a sponsor is supposed to do. Because he's not going to be there to put up with your BS anymore. He's going to call you out when he needs to. And that's what you want. Okay? People that make you feel comfortable in awkward situations by doing things you shouldn't, you don't want those people in your life anymore. That's called your past. So focus on the people that are literally trying to help you. If you want to get back to your families or whatever it may be, just remember, we don't do this for our kids. We don't do this for our family. We don't do this for our jobs, because it'll never work. When you are truly ready, you'll know. Stay tuned. Wanderlust with a Y. Have a good day.